Hi there, planner friends, and welcome again to another plan with me. This one finds me delving into my super cute sticker stash yet again for something very summery. And I was kind of inspired by that brown paper envelope that was left over from my cute things from Japan order. It was just sitting on my desk and I thought it was neat, and I decided to use it in this spread. Now this was last week's, which was also super cute, and I hope this week's is just as cute. So I thought the shade of brown was perfect to make like brown paper bags like you would get at a grocery store or something like that. So I sketched one up super roughly at first and went about cutting it out, and this way was a little needless, I'd say, at least this first iteration. The bags look cute though, but from here on out I just freehand it, and I find that went a lot better. I wasn't too concerned with the shapes. I wanted them to be kind of uniform, I guess, but honestly I wasn't that concerned. But anyways, it is summer. We are in the midst of One Book July, and I don't know, I'm just doing all the fun stuff I don't really have time for during the school quarter or when I have school and work at the same time. I find that my time for being kind of inventive with spreads is limited, and I tend to rely on the stuff that is proven and that I can do quickly. And that's all fine and good, and I do like the spreads that I make during the school year. However, sometimes I feel like a little creative itch and I just want to explore that, and during the school year it's kind of difficult to fully develop that or explore it. I know I said in the last plan with me that I used a lot of items from my recent jet pens order, but I think this spread probably utilizes the most because I'm using the Tombow adhesive. The refill that's in there right now I really don't like. It's the removable adhesive, so you could technically peel up what you set down, and I do that, so it worked out I guess for this spread. But I find it's not as permanent or not as stable as the permanent adhesive, which only makes sense. I mean, yeah. But here's where I start messing around with my vision, and I thought it'd be super cute to show these kind of realistic fruit and vegetable stickers in paper bags or falling out of paper bags. So I am just putting that removable adhesive back on the bag and covering up the stickers that I laid down. But like I said, it's not that great. An adhesive for little fiddly bits. So I also reinforced some of the edges with some of a glue stick. Now I thought maybe I could add some detail with a micron, like maybe an outline would be nice, but I think the flatness of the paper bag as it existed was far better than anything that I was going to try and do. See, I tried to like mess around with it. I eventually settled on I just want maybe like a crease at the bottom, so I put that down. I wasn't too sure about how to apply the dates, so I pulled out some Zebra Sarasa pastel pens and my trusty Pentel white broad gel pen. Those Zebra Sarasa pastel, or like they're called the milky colors, I haven't really found a good use for. I originally bought them and like a pack of black post-it notes because I thought I would do like a bunch of blackout spreads or something like that and use these markers, which are pens rather, that were supposed to be really super awesome with dark paper and make them look all cute that way, but unfortunately they are not as bright and opaque as, say, maybe the jelly rolls I used to have. Those unfortunately died on me because I didn't use them for about a year and a half. So that's my fault. So here I also made another sort of mistake that I go back and correct later on, but I decided to go over my pencil sketches with some black micron, and it did not go with the spread whatsoever. But I do like this skillful application of these beautiful fruit stickers, fruit and vegetable rather. I just like the colors, they're really nice, and I think they really go with the paper bag color as well as the cream of the Leuchtturm sort of paper. So I finally settled on using the trusty white gel pen that everyone uses. I'll post it down below if you'd like to check it out for yourself. But I thought maybe I wanted to add some color, but not before some very problematic drop shadowing. Because again, I don't understand shadows. But man, do I like a good drop shadow. So I cannot stop. I will continue to drop shadow everything into oblivion. And I do. Especially here, because I make the mistake of trying to add color with these dang Sarasa pens, and it just looks blah. So then I thought, well, maybe I could fix it by going back and applying more of that fantastic opaque gel pen, but then like the colors mixed and it looks weird. So I just sit with it for a while. But until then, what makes everything better? Random confetti, which is why I really like these play dot markers. And these are the yellow and like citrus green color. And I thought to pull all the other colors together, it needed some pink. So here's my drop shadow into oblivion. It started off as a drop shadow, but then I started outlining it, and I didn't like the way it looked. So I thought maybe washi would solve things. So I put down some of my favorite MT washi. It's like a graphic one with a grid and a polka dot pattern. And I realized after setting this down that it looks kind of good actually. I like the way that the washi looks and the texture, but I should have probably done that in place of the black lines. So I go into the difficult task of trying to fix what I had already done. And here I thought I wanted to put some like pencil down for added definition. It's Monday when I'm recording this voiceover, and I was jamming on my planner at work earlier, and I realized I really didn't like the pencil, so I just erased it. No harm, no foul. I did add a bit of a drop shadow, naturally, to the bags themselves using a fountain pen that I happen to have on me, and that actually looks pretty nice. The added definition looks nice. So I will definitely post that on Instagram if you're interested in checking it out. So the first thing I tried to fix was Monday, naturally, and I tried to fix that barrier, but I did not take the time to white out that black line, and it also doesn't look that great. I like the rest of them. So Monday while I was at work, I also fixed that. I just lifted the washi and put a line of correction tape down, put the washi back on, and it's beautiful again. So these are certainly living spreads. I don't think I have ever done a spread where it's perfect just immediately. Not that I'm aiming for perfection, I'm just aiming for something that I can live with for a week. Or something that makes me want to open my notebook. And this spread does. However, I did have to make some alterations. But that was about it. So here I'm just cutting out around my already placed stickers, because while the Tombow removable adhesive wound up working out, because I could lift those things and you can naturally lift washi, I could not lift those stickers for the life of me. They are very strong, very good quality. And I showed this to my husband and he was like, how are you going to write things? Like, how is it going to fit in? So I decided to put in some of the known plans I had so far on Sunday, just to show you how it works out. So it makes sense to me. If it doesn't for you, that's alright. But hopefully it was interesting to see what kind of spread I put together really quickly on a Sunday night. I hadn't thought about it all week at all. Initially, I really thought I was going to do like a pink sort of stampy spread to pick up the theme that was running in my monthly, but I nixed that idea in favor of something that just sounded more fun. And oh yeah, I applied some more correction tape because I forgot the 4th of July is on Wednesday. If you want to see a very fantastic patriotic 4th of July spread, I have one from last year where I did my bullet journal spread like inspired by parchment and Declaration of Independence goodness. I did not do that this year, but fruit is cool. Fruits and veggies. So that's about it for my spread. I hope this was interesting, and hopefully it inspires you to do something even better. So thank you so much for watching, and you'll hear from me again very soon. Bye!